I saw you send me a message, I was like, oh, I have the perfect picture to send him how I feel at this moment in time. Oh, man. Oh, I feel like death ran over twice. Oh, boy. Okay. Oh, this is going to be a fun one.
We've done it before.
Yeah. Evenly, both at the same time sometimes.
All right. All right. Everything started. Everything is up. Fantastic.
Yeah, don't even cut this part out when you post the episode.
Just, no.
Okay.
No, hey, that's going in.
Yeah, good.
It's definitely going in.
Oh, man. I did what they call a gas station wheelbarrow.
Uh-huh.
I didn't even know that existed. It's sort of like getting waterboarded, but with shots.
All right.
Like, just throw your head back and pour them in.
So, kind of funneling without the funnel.
Yeah.
All right. Part torture, part drinking game.
Sure. I don't know why they call it the gas station wheelbarrow, though.
Right. Might as well just call it waterboarding.
It's shotboarding is what it is.
There you go.
I made sure my eyes were shut because I knew if that shit got in your eyes, it's going to burn like a motherfucker.
Oh, yeah. Strong concentrated alcohol in the eyes.
No, thank you.
No bueno.
No, thank you.
No bueno.
No. Oh.
Right. So, Buster's feeling fantastic.
Yeah, I feel great. Refreshments were had.
Possibly the only person feeling worse, actually not right now, is our dear friend Double G, who had a 14-hour drive.
Yeah.
So he is not making it today, which is fair.
Yeah.
Holiday seasons.
Yeah, we understand.
Yeah, 14-hour drives. Rest well, Double G.
Wheelbarrows, whatever, man.
Rest well.
Yeah,
especially in a car with multiple small children
and a baby.
For 14 hours. You, sir, deserve a medal.
Play Foo Fighters. There goes my hero right now.
Exactly. Oh, but I'm not because copyrights. Anyway.
Well, do it like the Kids Bop version. They get away with it because they change like one word in every 3 lines.
I know, right? Anywho, all right. So, fun times. Some things happened in Destiny. Some things, because I'm not getting into my work schedule. Like, oh my god.
I'm with you, dude.
I am okay. Apparently, I am getting into it. But yeah, I am off both eves.
Yeah, so am I.
I am working both days.
No. I'm sorry. I'm off Christmas. I have to work Christmas Eve, but we have to go in at 4 p.m. as opposed to 6. And when we're done, we're done.
Yeah.
And then I'm off Christmas Day. I'm off Christmas Eve, but I'm on New Year's Day.
Yeah, the way our schedule is, the wonderful life of being a loader. Because everyone else gets to work Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve and then get off both of those days.
Uh-huh.
Like I said, I am off both eves, but working both days. Because I actually have to load the trucks to go out the next day.
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
I was going to say, but who's going to load the trucks?
Yeah, me.
You with a Santa hat on, right?
Yeah. But thankfully, at least these holiday days, like, we get to go in later. And again, when we're done with everything, that's it. So yeah, I mean, that's better, and at least like most convenience stores don't order quite as much for these holidays.
And no one wants blue Fanta at
I know, right?
Oh, sorry, blue Fago at on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So that's actually one benefit because I mean, things like Halloween, even Thanksgiving can like increase our loads, but Christmas usually, from what I've seen, tends to be very light or lighter. So that's more bueno.
Yeah, it's always good.
But yeah, anywho, Destiny. Things happened.
Oh yeah, things happened.
Izanami is live. For those that have went through the thing to get it, the fairly drawn out thing to get it, which I didn't mind so much actually. It didn't seem that bad to me, but then again, I got super lucky on my hunter with like the events and stuff. So I'm not complaining whatsoever. And in fact, it's hilarious because I guess being an old school RPG guy, which I'm sure you probably picked up the same thing. Again, being an old school RPG guy, multitasking is a glorious tool. Considering Nessus is the flashpoint, so I just focused on. I was like, "Oh, kill Vex." It's like, well, there's a Spire integration right here. In my first one, I got the thing to drop. Cool. Went to another Spire integration that happened because there's like 2 or 3 that can happen on Nessus. So went to another one, finished that. Went back to the original one that was up again. And I actually finished the Killing the Vex on Nessus in that Spire integration, which we made heroic. So within that, I completed that one public event. I completed 2 steps. This is awesome. Oh.
Yeah, I didn't have a problem with it. Like, yeah. I mean, I'm still working on it, obviously, because refreshments were had, and I can't. I just did the Volunderforge step.
Yeah.
Which, fun fact, you don't have to complete it. You just have to be in it for one time.
Oh.
Because I might be 630, but they put me with 2 600s, and I'm like, there's no way this is going to happen.
Yeah, that ain't happening. I was actually able to get lucky, and because I tell you what, okay, so Izanami Forge, its 2 weapons are the bow, which is very interesting because it is one of the few weapons in Destiny 2 that I know of to where it can roll both snapshot and quick draw because they're available in 2 different nodes. So that bow can have both snapshot and quick draw, which I think usually occupies the same node. But like I said, not for this bow. The pulse rifle, though.
Yeah, I heard.
I want one of these pulse rifles. I have like a very specific role I want. I have not found it yet, but I kept like using modulus reports to get like more pulse rifles. I've used them all. I was like maxed out at 16, and I've forged like an extra 4 or 5 pulse rifles. Still haven't found my role, but that's fine. Because it can roll with feeding frenzy, which is nice.
On a pulse?
Yes, on a pulse.
Ooh.
Yeah, exactly. Which is almost as good as Outlaw, except it doesn't require a headshot. Just kill a person and hey, better reload. And then it can also pair with either Rampage or Kill Clip.
Ooh.
So yeah, I want a Feeding Frenzy, Rampage, or Kill Clip. If this thing had ricochet rounds, I'd be in love, but it doesn't roll with that. So oh well. But yeah, so I grinded the holy crap, and in my grinding of that, I was actually able to clear a max temper on Izanami as well. So 3 keys down for the box. Oh, also, for people that don't know, completing a max temper will, if you can find the sentry drones to kill or to destroy in the second round, you get the max temper buff, which gives you an extra chest that, as far as I know, just gives you a key card for the exotic quest of the box.
Mm-hmm.
What does the box do? I don't know.
Something.
That's the thing. Once Brusega, I forget what that even is. Once that's out and we get the last key, we'll find out. Otherwise, I don't know. I really do like the Izanami Forge, though. It's super interesting. It's actually very different in its setup.
It's the 3 platforms, right?
Yeah, exactly. And like so far, like even with blueberries and no communication, like the overall strategy, because you actually can't hit the forge with the batteries from the 2 islands. But what ends up happening is the people that are collecting batteries on the bottom islands just toss them up to the main island. So the person up on the main island is killing the occasional shiny boys that happen up there to throw batteries in, and just running around collecting batteries and tossing them at the forge.
So it's like American Gladiators.
Exactly. It's hilarious, and I love it. Oh, it is actually hilarious. So yeah, so there's a strategy for those that may not have a clear or whatever.
I mean, that's
Good
just
luck
how
surviving.
that's just how I usually play anyway. I'm usually in the middle throwing all the balls that miss or get bonked back.
Exactly, yeah, because starting in round 2, you have to be a little more accurate.
Just slam dunk it.
Yeah. That can be slightly aggravating. But also, Le Monarque, the exotic bow is dropping. There's no quest, actually, for Le Monarque. But it apparently has a chance to drop if you are forging a powerful frame.
In place of the frame, or as well as the frame?
Yeah, it drops with a powerful frame. Once you complete a powerful frame, it will have a chance to drop with it.
Okay.
Not instead.
Okay.
So yeah, you're not losing your powerful drop. It's just like an extra piece of candy.
Okay. I just realized the next step I have to do is the Insight Terminus advance, and I'm like, I'm by myself. I'm not going to do that right now. I'll wait. Thanks.
Yeah, I was actually fairly lucky with that one. So shout out to Foes fam James Keegan, which I thought that was going to be a struggle. And I joined up on James Keegan, which not only we like had it at around the same time, but didn't require me to actually jump into a party, which was nice because it was the weekday. So thank you for that, sir. Mm-hmm. And B, he was 650.
Oh God.
So yeah, it's like, all right, cool. So we completed that. Like, I stayed in the party for a couple more because I think there's a couple more steps after that. And then once I got to the bow forge, gave my thanks, dipped out, and started working on my power frames.
Oh boy. Okay.
So yeah, good times. But yeah, that Insight Terminus is actually not super rough as long as you're around 630. It's actually not that bad. The scary part is the fact that it has extinguish. So if everyone dies, you get kicked to orbit.
Oh no.
Oh, you're good.
The extinguish on a strike. That's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically just like a Nightfall class thing. Because it has extinguish, like, I forget the other. I don't think it has a beneficial. I think it's 2 negatives and void singe.
Oh, cool.
Which is not super great considering
everything in the mom in that strike throws void at you.
Yeah, so not super great, but also not super, super challenging either. I mean, if you're below 630, I can definitely see that's where the challenge is. But as long as you're at 630, like everyone's close to 630, should be fine. I don't foresee that being as big of a step as people tend to make it out. But again, I was lucky enough to have a max power individual with me, so yeah, my experience might be slightly skewed. It's going through. Oh yeah, were you able to finish your well?
I was. Oh, I was, sir. Shout outs to Stripes from last week's episode and the Foes fam for hopping in there with me. And we did it together, and it's so fun when you play with someone who isn't like a podcaster, because they don't ruin themselves.
Yeah.
And then,
exactly.
And he was like, "What the fuck? A ghost? What's a ghost doing?" I'm like, "Ooh."
Yeah, like this is it. Because all I knew, I mean, I had gathered context clues from Twitter on what it was. That's why, like, I popped into our Discord. It's like everyone, like, this is getting talked about now. It's there. The only thing I'm saying is do your blind well. Do your offering.
Yeah.
So I gave everyone a warning. Pretty sure everyone's done it. If not, it's your own fault by now. I'm sorry. But we actually see what was listed as a Black Armory spoiler, but I don't really see this as being part of Black Armory.
No, this is like the overarching story, I think, of Forsaken.
Exactly. I mean, yes, it launched with Black Armory, but like I said, I don't really see it as part of the Black Armory.
No.
Which, I mean, it's fair because, like I said, that's when it was in the code. But yeah, Uldren, he's back because he got rezzed by, from what people are saying, is pulled pork, which is a named ghost from some of the lore entries. Pulled pork actually has a few lore entries. Why do they call him pulled pork? I don't know. But yeah, he's one of the few ghosts that have a name. Because apparently there's somebody that, like, it's kind of like a ghost caretaker in the lore. Like, they tend to, like, travel around with, like, a group of ghosts that haven't found their partners yet.
Oh, so he's like the dude from Bleach that makes Zanpakuto toast.
Sort of.
Okay.
But yeah, but they occasionally would run across pulled pork, which was very interesting because pulled pork checked, like, he was kind of like that guy that would look for, like, a guitar or something in a very small, like, drawer, just in case, basically. Yeah. So yeah, pulled pork, like, checked everything regardless of whether it could hold, a body or not. He, like, checked everything until finally coming across Uldren's burial, which confirmed he died. So, of course, he's not dead anymore, but at the same time, he's also not Uldren anymore.
Nope.
Because this actually explains a lot of the lore that, or at least one of the lore cards, where Uldren found a former Reef Awoken. In the lore card, a ghost had found them and resurrected them, and everyone on the reef knew this Awoken, but he didn't know any of them, and he was like a completely different person. Like I said, that explains that lore card now. Like the context of it.
Yeah, because normally when you're brought back, you don't remember anything of your past life, right? Or very little.
I mean, from everything we're gathering, nothing of your past life. Like I said, the only reason we believe that Anna Bray had a hint was because, well, she was Bray. So she has, like, a lot of documentation that she could fall back on to, quote unquote, remember.
You can read up your past, yeah.
Exactly.
Like that.
But this is going to be a very interesting plot point for future Destiny, because here's a person that was absolutely despicable to us, and now he's back. Like, what kind of backlash is that going to have on a person that actually has no memory of? I mean, this is a fresh slate. He has no memories of what he used to be. But we all remember what he did.
Yeah, it's like being the new kid at school and having a rumor spread about you before you even show up.
Exactly. It's like his reputation is preceding him.
Yeah. Every time he's going to say something, everybody's going to be like, yeah, whatever. You know, that's smoke. Hello, Guardian. I need you to do this. I need you to do this. God, I can't wait for Devram.
So that's going to be like so that's going to be an interesting like overarching story. It's like him finding his place. I do like Anand-Pig's theory. That with everything being, everything in Forsaken kind of being a throwback with Duke Mark 44 and a bunch of like other things, that this might be a start of the man that was pointing a gun to our head, like back in early original Destiny, like Vidoc, when he was still the Crow. Because the only instance we had was that cutscene that never ended up making it to Destiny 1, was him pulling a gun to our face, like, out here in the wild, this is how we talk.
Oh, man.
So yeah, this might be like him leading up to, even though he's a guard, I have full, like, I'm definitely thinking, like, this is going to be, he's basically going to be a rogue light bearer, or a rogue guardian. Like, I don't think he's going to put up with it, and he's going to, like, go off and do his own thing, kind of like Shin Malphur. Or maybe, hey, he might get all buddy with Shin Malphur and track down, like, Shadows of Yore.
Dude, I just enjoyed seeing everyone like, oh, everybody's going to be a dick to him. Like, yeah, he killed someone. No shit.
He was a dick. I mean,
he was. Yeah. I mean, sure, you got to realize, like, yeah, he doesn't understand. He doesn't know who he is. But the body you're in was kind of a dickhead.
Like, from day one.
Yeah.
I've never liked Uldren, but this is an interesting perspective, because I have always at least enjoyed his character, because, I mean, he was always that Clash, you know? You always need some kind of, like, villainous dick.
You need a foil.
Exactly. And Uldren was trying his hardest to be that. And succeeded when he killed Cade, so.
Yeah, successfully.
Yeah. Trying to kill us, and was like, oh yeah, go on this quest, and not wanting to actually go to the Blackguard.
Holy shit, you did it? Fuck, okay.
Like, oh man, yeah. Oh, but too bad it doesn't work, so can't help you. And his sister's like, help them. And he's like,
fuck.
Fine.
She's the queen.
So yeah, very, very interesting how that's going to turn out.
Corey's going to be so mad.
Oh my god. Oh god.
Just kill him. Just kill him the first time. Just shoot him, and the ghost like brings him back. Like, what the fuck?
Exactly. Like, we might actually have parts of the new tower missing from Icora's Nova Bomb at seeing Uldren step in.
Hey guys, new hunter reporting in.
Blah.
Okay, I'm back. New hunter.
Oh god. So yeah, very, very interesting. So Izanami, Uldren's back. He's a guardian. Ooh.
What do you think? What class you think he is?
I've always thought visually he's just been very hunter. So
yeah,
I would actually be surprised if he was anything else. I mean, I wouldn't be too surprised if he ended up being warlock, to be honest. Because I mean, the whole Woken thing.
Mm-hmm.
I could see that, but you know,
that would really be a kick in the nuts for Ikora. Like, this motherfucker.
No, right? But yeah, so I know there's a lot of debate on the fact that it's like, oh, but now he fulfills the Vanguard dare, and it's like, realistic. This is a fresh hunter that knows nothing of the system or how it works. It's not going to work that way.
Yeah. We would be the one. Our Guardian would be a better Vanguard fill than Uldren just waking up.
Exactly. I mean, I don't think that's the way they're going, at least for now. Mm-mm. But yeah, it will be interesting. I do want to see, like, more of this story unfold. Like how everyone, like Zavala. How's Zavala going to take it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because yes, as much as he may have wanted to go to war with Uldren, he knew better. I mean, so how's he going to react having this guy on his team now?
Yeah. The man who killed one of the members of his fire team.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Whether we wanted to or not, Prince Aldrin is one of us now.
Exactly. Like, I mean, ugh.
A lot of people think he's a plant. Like, this was the Queen's. I saw it. This was the Queen's plan the entire time.
I'm wondering if the Queen figured this would happen, and I'm wondering if this is why she's not satisfied with our revenge. Because she doesn't like Guardians.
No.
She really doesn't. I mean, she works with us because we can do things for her, but she really doesn't like us. But, well, okay, to be fair, she doesn't like the Traveler.
She likes Shax, though.
Yeah. But, yeah, so it's like I said, I'm wondering if that line, like I said, if she had like this inkling that he might possess the requirements to be chosen by the Traveler. And like I said, I'm wondering if this is why she wasn't satisfied with our revenge.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, she basically just utterly, completely lost her brother, and her brother becomes a ghost of what he formerly was.
Yeah, just a body walking around. In essence, that's what it is. That's what Guardians are. They're just the body of someone walking around.
They're given a second chance at life. I mean, it basically, because I think it's hilarious that people still refer to Guardians as like undead or walking corpses and things like that. Even though, come to think of it, it's more like the Buddhist process of reincarnation. I feel.
Yeah. Except for the body there isn't a new body assigned.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's kind of a new body because you're not what you were. Like, you technically are, but it's, like I said, it is a new body to handle like the light and like its channeling and everything. But other than that, visually, it's the same.
Mm-hmm.
But we're definitely not
the being we were before.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's a fresh slate, which rarely, or I mean, by ascending, if I'm not mistaken, at least in Buddhist thought patterns for it, like the only time you really remember your past life is if you actually successfully ascend.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you can actually get hints and clues to past lives, but you don't normally remember them. Normally.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I'm a little off on the whole Buddhist
it's been a while.
teachings. It's been a while for the Buddhist teachings, but I think when you achieve nirvana.
Yeah,
which
is ascending to
Buddha's the highest. Yeah. Sat under a fucking tree for 20 years to do it.
So like I said, this is just going to be super interesting. I want to see more of the story. I want to see more cutscenes of I want to see like when he makes it into the tower, what's going to happen, you know? The story of possibly him getting hunted down by Guardians because Aldrin's back. But even though, like, despite what he claims, I mean, oh my god,
I want to see the first time he uses his super.
Right?
Oh shit.
Oh, it's going to be so. Oh, it's going to be so interesting. I almost want like a.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I almost want a single player game focused on like Aldrin's journey, where you play as Aldrin as he's like going through stuff.
Ooh,
I would love that game.
Like how when we first started playing Destiny 1.
Yeah, like I would very much enjoy that game. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of Aldrin, but this perspective and like his journey and like what he would go through is super interesting story potential.
Yeah. I
mean, I'm
not a fan of Aldrin. I'm a fan of good storytelling, however.
Exactly. Because this is what makes me excited about it, is the fact that this has so much story potential that I hope doesn't get wasted. That I almost feel like myself, like I said, almost the best way to go through it is like a single player Destiny spin-off game featuring Aldrin's journey. Or whatever the crap his name's going to be. I'm pretty sure he's probably going to take the name Aldrin because everyone knows him by that name.
It's like, what's Aldrin doing here? Oh, that's me. Okay. Why did you shoot me?
Yeah, so I'm Aldrin. Oh, cool.
Finkel is Einhorn. I am Aldrin.
But yeah, so I would, like I said, that's got me going.
It's juicy. That's a hot story right there.
It is. It very well could be. And like I said, I just hope we get to see more of it. Lore cards, whatever. I want more of Uldren's story as a Guardian. Like, how is he going to end up? Or potentially, what's his potential going to be? Because, I mean, this is a person, at least in previous life, already knew the workings of light and darkness and everything. Like, so much potential. Also wonder if the Drifter's going to try and recruit him.
He was also... I mean, his body was also taken by the darkness. So, like, we all remember the Dark Guardian teaser. You know, the leak. Right. Oh, there's going to be Dark Guardians. What if he's the first?
I mean, that could very well be.
And we have to have him teach us, like, you know, you need to do you know.
He might be
to learn it. You have to use it. Type of situation.
Yeah, like it's possible he might be the first one to successfully incorporate both sides of the coin.
I mean, because
Toland's tried, but then again, he's more fully into the Ascendant realm now.
Yeah, he's...
Osiris studied it, even though he's actually not going anywhere with it, because he's super obsessed with the Vex, as we found out.
As we well know.
Yeah, sadly.
I mean, he does have that famous line, the line between, you know, the thin line between light and dark. Like,
exactly.
You know where you stand? Yeah, it's a beautiful line, number one, but...
Which I think the Queen first said it in D1.
I mean, it would also work with why he is so, like, you know, let's just be honest, you get a definite Jaime Lannister feeling from him, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. But it's one of those things, like, it's such a strong...
Jaime was...
the brother that stopped his sister.
Yeah, okay.
The Kingslayer.
Yeah, the Kingslayer, there we go. That's the title I was trying to remember.
Sorry, yeah,
It's been a while since I've watched Game of Thrones because I never finished it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It had its charm, but it's like, I'm done with it. I mean, like after the break of like the second half of the next to last season that came out, it's like, yeah, I'm just not gonna watch it again. Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm a completionist. I started from the beginning. I have to finish, you know.
That's fair.
Plus, last season is going to be 6 feature-length film episodes. Like, they're going to be hour and a half, 2 hours long episodes.
Exactly, which is super interesting. It's just I've lost my interest in it.
Yeah, that's
in
fair.
The wait. So, if I catch it, I catch it. If I don't, I'm not going to be that sad. Yeah. But I at least know what all the hubbub and like a lot of the references now. Which there were a lot of references, and especially in early RNG that flew right over my head, and I didn't even realize. It's like, oh, that's where that came from.
Yeah, it's because Biz was crazy into it too.
Yeah.
But now like you said, now you understand the references.
Exactly.
Now I get it.
I get it now.
Okay. There's a little person.
Which is probably still one of my favorite characters, though.
Gotta be.
Like the man that basically finds all rules and bends them towards his favor. Because, well, that's how he survives.
Mm-hmm.
Much like his trial. I choose trial by combat. And everyone's like, wait, what?
What?
You do what? Because I get to choose my champion. It's like...
That one.
Oh. There we go. Now I get it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so yeah. Dawning's still going. Everyone's baking treats.
Cooking mama.
Actually fully unlocked the holiday sparrow.
Oh, nice. Okay.
It's okay. It actually doesn't have the side boosters, which makes me sad. That makes me sad. But other than that, it's like really cool sparrow. It's just, like I said, there's actually less maneuverability to it. Yeah, it's super cool. The boost doesn't drain as fast as I thought it would, because I kind of got the feeling from the text of it, it's like, oh, you could drop like trails of glimmer as you boost until the boost runs out. Like, Sparrow boost doesn't normally run out.
Mm-hmm.
This one does, but very, very slowly. Like, very slowly. And it seems to refresh faster when you stop. So that's a cool little thing to it. I'm going to be curious if it still drains its boost when the dawning isn't active. Because the Glimmer Trail and tricks only apply during the dawning.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if it'll still consume boost after the dawning. We'll find out in a couple weeks.
We'll know.
But yeah, I'm actually, like I said, I was actually super excited at the fact that the Holiday Oven worked like a actual MMO crafting. It's like, oh, I love that. And it makes me wonder if they can start. Already made me wonder, it's like, how could weapon crafting in Destiny actually work?
I mean,
and the Holiday Oven kind of gives us, at least, or it gives me the possibility to think about how that could work. It's like, kind of like for the Black aRmory, we find a frame. That frame dictates what your weapon is. Auto rifle frame, there you go. If you want a Suros auto rifle, Suros frame. Maybe like the receiver would dictate its rate of fire.
Muzzle, magazine.
Well, I'm thinking like a weapon core to determine if it's like kinetic or energy for, auto rifles and stuff. And then like perhaps a couple of mod components that can tweak stats in a way, like a magazine mod that has more ammo capacity at the cost of this and crap like that, and then poof, here's your weapon.
Yeah, so you basically can build the base perks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be super cool actually.
That would be, like I said, it at least gives an inkling that it's possible. I mean, they worked it out for a Holiday Oven, but that's like pipe dreaming, like super pipe dreaming that will probably never happen. But a man can dream.
They worked it out with cookies.
Yeah, cookies gave us our base.
Yeah, it all started with cookies.
Yeah, it all started with cookies. One person that's not coming to the tower for cookies, though, Saladin. And also, a thing that I realized, we're not giving cookies to Brother Vance.
No.
He is the only person in the entire solar system. We're giving Xur cookies, but not Brother Vance. And of course Saladin, but of course Saladin's like, only rarely here. And I guess the emissary could be lumped in with that, but there's no trial, so and none of the faction people also. That just came to mind.
Yeah.
Even though they are in the tower, but oh well.
Does Petra have? Yeah, no. Does
even Petra has one.
Petra has cookies, yeah.
Spider has cookies. Just not Brother Vance. Poor guy.
Someone asked. I think that might be. Is that one of the questions we have? What's Brother Vance's cookies? Or did I see that somewhere? I might have seen that somewhere on the myriad discords.
It might have been somewhere because I know I made mention in topics. It's like, oh wait, we're not giving Brother Vance cookies, and he popped up. It's like Osiris hose.
Yeah,
which is funny.
Thank you. That was before I drank my body weight in alcohol. I'm definitely going to go get an IV today.
Yeah, Saladin. He will apparently have brand new armor, not ornamented armor. This is brand new armor.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike past seasons, we are getting the capability of earning new armor, but there are no new weaponry technically. Instead, there are going to be 2 weapons from year 1 that have been upgraded to include random rolls. It is the Criminal's Dagger hand cannon and the Hero's Burden SMG.
Okay.
So those 2 weapons are coming back and earnable during this coming on up Iron Banner, starting. Oh, hey, look there, the 25th.
Merry Christmas, motherfuckers.
And ends January the 1st, New Year's Day.
That's cute.
I know, right? Like It's just layers that it works out like a week after Christmas Day is New Year's Day. And which both are Tuesdays this year. So yeah.
It sucks that you have to. It sucks that when you have a midweek, the middle of your week off. It really sucks.
Yeah.
Or the day, or a Monday.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Double Valor will go live starting December the 25th up until December the 28th. Because on December the 28th, Triple Valor until January the 1st.
Oof. Get some resets in.
Yep. And also, in the TWAB, there is a warning. Destiny is cracking down on poor internet connections. If they can detect you actually have an unreliable internet connection, you will receive an in-game warning. Now, they do understand that connection quality is fluid. So don't worry if you have occasional temporary issues. And if you do receive a warning, they do have a very good network troubleshooting guide. It's actually very good and comprehensive. Let's see. But yeah, if your connection does not improve after an in-game warning, and they continue detecting a negative impact on other Guardians, restrictions from PvP activities may be applied to your account. If a restriction is applied to your account, you will be unable to participate in PvP for 2 weeks. And if you continue to play on an unreliable connection that harms the experience of other players, that restriction may be extended. Hardline, forward reports, open your NAT, whatever you got to do, try and at least get fluid. As fluid as possible. Because that's going to be super important.
Trust me, I'm looking at 60 feet of Cat 6 cable right now. I'm going to drill through my fucking floor.
So, yeah. I mean, because basically, even if you play on Wi-Fi and you don't get a in-game warning, you're good. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's the thing. If you're afraid... I mean, play a few matches of PvP, and if you don't get an in-game warning, you're fine. Or if you get an in-game warning rarely, you're still fine. It's just for those that have continued connectivity issues, which can suck in PvP.
And if you know you have bad connection, don't go into PvP.
Exactly. PvP... whether you wanted to or not, you may be stepping away from PvP.
Yeah.
On your McDonald's Wi-Fi.
This ain't for you. This ain't for you, dog.
Yeah. Which, like I said, it's unfortunate, but at the same time, I mean, it's kind of understandable. I'm just hoping my own crappy internet is up to snuff.
Same. I'm talking all this shit. Meanwhile, in my head, I'm going, I do pay a lot of money to Comcast for this, so I mean, theoretically, I have good internet. I mean, I do have Blast Pro, so like, if I listen to what they tell me, it's really good, and if not, I will call Dimitri and be like, yo, dog, set me up.
All right. So, 2.1.3 has launched. It came this Tuesday. And it's basically just fixed like a bunch of issues that they were talking about. And the Season of the Forge shaders dismantle faster now, I guess. Haven't actually tried that one.
Yeah, they do.
They did fix the avalanche machine gun. That one I do know, because I did try it. It is much better now. My God, it is nowhere near as bouncy as it used to be.
Is it?
Yes, it's so much better.
Okay, I'll take mine out and give it a 1-2 skidoo.
So much better. It still may not be quite as stable as Hammerhead by barely, but it's much better now. So yeah, it's basically just a bunch of fixes. There's not a lot really important per se. So yeah.
Apparently they fixed a 100K Nightfall bug. crank your.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, you crank your. You used to be able to crank it all the way up to 110 deficiency to get like 5.5% damage or whatever, but it reads it as you're still like it's as a 0.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then they apparently they fixed that.
I'm guessing that was probably a server side fix.
Yeah, it was probably they stealthed it.
I don't know. It's something that was very widespread, so I'm not kind of surprised. Or could have been left off the patch notes. Despite everything, Bungie isn't apparently super great at including everything in the patch notes, as we've learned. But then again, I also haven't heard of that. One thing I have heard of, thanks to DestinyRoundup.com, go check it out, people, is the fact that the knife flip emote from the veterans package, it's supposed to be an idle looping emote. It currently is not.
Oh, so you just stand still and do it?
No, I mean, you stand still and do it, but it only goes for like a couple cycles and then stops. It doesn't go infinitely.
Oh, it's meant to go infinite.
It's meant to go infinitely. It's meant for you to just stand there and just keep doing it and doing it and doing it. But it doesn't work that way. So, yeah. Apparently, I guess one of the Bungie artists was like, oh my god, I forgot to click a checkbox or something. It should be... Because I know on Twitter, like someone's like, this really looks like it should be just an idle like animation thing.
Uh-oh.
How come it isn't? And someone's like, oh no, I forgot to like click a checkbox or something.
So, I love how Bungie employees are very like breaking. They're Deadpool. They're breaking the fourth wall with everything. They're like, yeah, I should have. Oh shit, I fucked up. My bad.
Exactly. Like someone actually came out and was like, oh no, it's supposed to be idle.
Yeah, it's not. Runs to their computer.
It's like, no.
You hear little feet.
Exactly. Oh god. And also there is an issue with ghost projections. For some reason, the Rasmussen and Sato ghost projections are mislabeled with one another.
Oh.
Because the Rasmussen ghost projection is currently the fishhook, but that's Sato. And the hand, which is supposed to be Rasmussen, is currently listed as Sato. So yeah, those two are inappropriately labeled.
Mm-hmm. Flip that, reverse it.
Yes. They are investigating the cause of the issues, and affected players can expect this to be resolved in a future update. And also there is the issue that the quest starter object for the Izanami Forge that you get from the Vex drop, if your pursuits are full, it will not go to Postmaster. So make sure your pursuits have room. Which, I mean, my pursuits always have room. My materials are starting to get full because of all this crap that they keep introducing, but pursuits are usually tidier. I'll say that.
Yeah. Whatever I pick up, I usually get done within the day.
Yeah. So, yeah. And of course, players who do not own Forsaken will be unable to create cookies for Spider or Petra. This will not stop progress being made to fully upgrade the Dawning Cheer Sparrow. However, some triumphs will be unavailable to complete, which is fair. And then movies of the week are a thing. So yeah, and also Ilya Gray, who's apparently been making all of the header images for the TWAB, is moving on to a new role in Bungie. So he will no longer be making header images for the TWAB, which is why the current header image for this TWAB is all of the header images he made.
Yeah, in like a really cool open pattern, right?
Yeah, like a mosaic. Or yeah, the mosaic is like all of his TWABs over the years. So yeah. So that's happening. This will be the final TWAB. Until... When do they say? I know Cosmo says it somewhere. I lost it, though. Maybe he doesn't.
He just said this is the final TWAB. Stay tuned, motherfuckers.
I know, right? Oh, okay. Yeah, here it is. January the 10th. The TWAB will be coming back January the 10th. There will be community people there because, there will always basically be a community manager there because they're staggering their days off.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just they're not going to be doing the TWAB until January the 10th. So even though, like I said, they have people there, they're just not focusing on the TWAB. Which can be fair, but yeah, there will still be people there to forward your feedback to the team or, the team that is there. Interesting bit of information is in 2018, Destiny 2 has been updated 29 times.
Wow.
Some big, some small, but every single one was deployed with the intent to continue improving Destiny 2. Through Warmind, Solstice of Heroes, Forsaken, Crimson Days, Festival of Lost, The Dawning, and now Season of the Forge, we hope you've enjoyed the content the team has created. So yeah, 29 updates. That seems like a very large number.
It does seem like a very large number, yeah.
But yeah, come to think of it, I mean, just in the past 3 weeks alone, we've had like an update every week.
Yeah.
So, holy crap. That's impressive. Dawning's going on. Iron Banner's coming up. No news for Bungie for the next 3 weeks.
I mean, everybody needs a everybody needs a break.
Exactly.
Vacation.
I mean, they always do this.
Yeah. Nothing new.
Exactly. Ooh. Yeah, 3 weeks. A little over 3 weeks by the time of this recording. But yeah. So, January 10th, 12 will be coming back with more information. Probably the teaser of the next, Joker's
Wild.
Yeah, it's probably with, I don't know, that's in March, so maybe not.
We'll probably get that in February.
Yeah.
Well, that's a definite. We'll get it in February.
Yeah. So what's happening in... See, January the 8th, Niobe Labs is coming. And somewhere they did definitely explain that Niobe Labs is not a dungeon. So it's not like Shattered Throne. But Niobe Labs will be integral to unlocking the next forge, or the final forge, should I say.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why the final forge is not listed in the thing. Because it is unlocked through Niobe Labs. And interestingly, like in the vendor interactions for Ada, apparently Niobe Labs is actually a lost lab that she did not know about. Or she did not know could still be active. So that's going to be interesting how that plays out. And exactly what that's going to entail in unlocking the Prosega Forge. B-word. What the crap ever. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm slowly dying, but I hope I can get the Izanagi open today. I think I have the Izanami, forge open today. I think I'm going to be able to. I'll just hit up the foes and see what's up. And then maybe get one done. I do want to get the pulse rifle. But I mean, it's so... there's so much stuff to do now.
I know, right?
And it's like, pick your poison. Whatever you want to do. You have a choice. What do you want to do? No? Okay. You just like PvP? Do PvP. Oh, you want that blacksmith title? Because I certainly do. You go for that. And I mean, I'm really, I don't want to say impressed because then I'll sound like a shill, but I'm really impressed with how much they did with this little content update. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it seems to be a pretty good joling out of things, really.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, now that, because I actually hit, I can comfortably be 640 on my hunter.
Nice.
So yeah. So apparently pretty soon and I'll be able to, about 6 more power levels, and I'll be able to comfortably do the Scourge of the Past raid. Because apparently, to really get DPS in on the final boss, it's really preferred to be 646.
Wow.
At a minimum. Like, you could do the rest of it, yes, and it is possible to do lower than that, but more casually, 646 is apparently the preferred methodology. But yeah, so I can hit 640 on my hunter. I don't know, a couple weeks ago, I was actually able to get I forgot to talk about it. I was actually able to get Wave Splitter to drop.
Cool. What do you think about it?
It's kind of dumb. Like, the randomness of, like, how it can do damage is weird, but yeah, if you're able to get, like, stage 2 or stage 3 damage, it's strong. Yeah, so I can definitely see, like, the allure of using it.
Yeah, I got the Lord of Wolves this week.
Nice.
Yeah. I also got the Vengeance Wing.
Nice.
Yeah, the Catalyst dropped for me, and then I'm like, oh, cool, you're gonna make it full auto. What?
Yep.
I'm like,
I've yet to get a PvP Catalyst to drop for me. That's fine. That's cool.
Cool.
Because what? A couple of weeks ago, while God, what's the strike that was on Nightfall?
Mindbender's Ambition?
No, it wasn't. Crap, it was one of the Osiris ones. But anyhow, I solo grinded friggin' a Nightfall a few it was during the first opening of the Dawning. Because that was the best way to collect a bunch of, like, Essence of Dawning. So I used the 110 glitch, and I think I just had, like, I think Void Singe on. I was just going through and just doing it solo. With the basic hope of getting a bunch of Dawning Essence, but I was finally able to get my DFA to drop.
Nice, dude.
In which case I stopped, immediately went to orbit, and I was done with that Nightfall.
Did it dance?
Did a little dance, and immediately I now have 651 PvE enemies killed with it.
Wow.
Yeah, I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, my one issue with it was the fact that it had really slow reload. Because you lose your rampage, like, in reload. I mean, you just couldn't do it. So considering because of rampage, I use it to the bottom of the magazine like 90% of the time, I started using drop mag. That helps a lot. Because it's a choice of either drop mag or accurized, and I was using accurized with extra range. It's like, I'm in PvE. What do I need extra range for? So I started using drop mag, and so much better. Feels so much better. Like, if I go into PvP, I'm definitely using accurized, probably.
Definitely.
Or most likely just switching to opening shot. But either way, like, love it. Love that little thing. It is already at 634 also. So, yeah, I'm keeping up with that thing.
It's like my duty bound.
Yeah. Yeah, my duty bound, I can also kind of still... When's the last time I upgraded that? Where is it? Oh, God, where is it? Because I have been using Breakneck a lot.
Same.
I mean, that's up at 646. Where is my dude? Oh, there it is. It's still at 600. So yeah, I haven't used it. I haven't upgraded it since Breakneck.
I think I'm up to like almost 1,200 kills with it. My duty bound.
Oh, I'm at 4,408.
Nice.
I consider, like, I don't even use it that often because I'll get something like Breakneck, which already has 3,041 kills on it. Or yeah, PvE anyway. So yeah, I've definitely been using that a lot more. But like before, for a while I forgot how good Duty Bound was because I was using. I think I was trying to use Horror Story. Well, because it was a 600 drop, so it's like I'm going to use this for a while. Yeah, it feels pretty good. Yeah,
exactly. Right. I'm going to use what powerful, you know.
Yeah, and it still felt pretty good, but then I went back to Duty Bound for something. I'm like, oh, this is my baby, though. Breakneck is really the only thing that really pulls me away from using Duty Bound. Yeah, those are my top two autos, though. Breakneck and Duty Bound.
The synergy is just too nasty, so why would you not?
I know, right? And at least at the start, like, I want to pull out some number, like, try and, like, calculate the rampage increases, and I want to see what can actually do the best DPS between Breakneck and Duty Bound. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Breakneck. Pretty sure.
Because the rate of fire increase?
Yeah, exactly, while keeping a slower rate of fire damage. So that's probably going to end up being, but I know for sure, like, Duty Bound has better base DPS without Onslaught of Breakneck. Yeah, that Onslaught, though. Oh, my God. Oof.
Yeah, once the thing gets kicking, it's nasty.
I think what really super helps is the fact that it also, hidden increases its reload speed as it ramps up, which makes it super easy to keep, or to help keep, like, your rampage stack. Because at base reload, it's awful. Like, if you don't have at least 2 kills, don't try and reload Breakneck. But if you got rampage times 2, it's pretty easy to keep that rampage stack going, as long as there's mobs around to kill. I still want to get I'm still trying to get a rampage spec mod.
I am too.
So far, I've gotten a few Black ARMory mods, because the only way to get a Black ARMory mod is to actually dismantle Black ARMory weapons, and that'll give you the Black ARMory schematics, which you can use to get Black ARMory mods. But you can't just, like, repetitively buy. They increase in price very similarly to how Masterwork cores do for Spider. So your first Black ARMory mod for the day will take 1 Black ARMory schematic and, like, 10 mod components. And then the next one will take 3 Black ARMory schematics and 15 mod components. So I try and get that, I try to get that once a day. So far, I've gotten Sprint Grip, which temporarily increases the weapon's ready speed and aim down sight speed after sprinting, which is strange, but all right. And I've gotten 2 surrounded specs.
Ooh.
Which is going to be kind of like the Rampage spec. It's going to be actually pretty nasty once I actually get a weapon with surrounded, because the surrounded spec increases the damage granted by surrounded, and bonus damage lingers for a brief time when no longer surrounded by 3 or more enemies.
Eesh.
Yeah. So that's going to be a pretty nice inclusion if I find a weapon with surrounded I like. Oh yeah, and I've gotten a Dragonfly spec.
Oh, cool.
Which increases the radius and damage of Dragonfly. Awesome. Now I'm trying to figure out if I have a weapon with Dragonfly I want to throw it on. I don't think I do.
I have the ready up sling. I got one of those.
Ooh.
Yeah. It just literally it's instant ready. Is what it is.
Yeah, the Nation of Beasts that I have has Dragonfly. That actually might be really good, because I do actually use it in PvE quite a bit. Okay, I say quite a bit, but apparently not. So, okay, so I do like so to give context, my DFA, like a week and a half or so ago, has 651 PvE kills. My Nation of Beasts that I've had for longer and still love only has 162. So, yeah.
Yeah.
That kind of puts it in perspective. Yeah, I like my DFA. Finally. Oh, God. But yeah, it was so... Oh. It wasn't a buster moment, but it was just like, oh, finally. Oh.
I'm sure it wasn't when my Duty Bound finally dropped.
No, it was not that epic, but it was a giant sigh of relief when I finally got it.
Which I think was the biggest laugh I ever got from you.
Yes. It was glorious.
In the 2 years that I've known you.
It was glorious. Indeed. But yeah. So yeah, that's happening in Destiny. Kind of a little dryish as things are, because I mean, the forges are out. Like I said, especially being 630, 640. Let me tell you, the hardest part of Izanami is surviving the first 2 rounds, actually.
Really?
Yes. Because there are so many freaking those harpies fire like super fast, as well as those what are they called? The headless goblins that explode. Fanatics?
Fanatics.
Yeah. Those suckers, they fire like super fast and they freaking melt me. But the fact that, like I said, I'm normally the person like up top running around collecting all the batteries. So if I die, I just respawn and I'm still up top. So it's not that harsh. But yeah. Every time I've gotten to the boss has been like a joke.
The boss is
it's a Hydra.
A Hydra, yeah.
But the Hydra does not have drones that you shoot down. It's instead like encompassed by this 300 or its shield does not move. It just stays like directly in front of it, but there's 2 like little bits on the shield that you can shoot, and that rotates the shield around to where you can hit it. So it's a super interesting mechanic, but again, being at power, literally like 3 sleeper shots almost kills it. For sure. If you have someone else with sleeper, then you're not even getting through a full magazine of sleeper and it's dead.
Being at 625.
Actually being at 640.
Oh, 640, okay.
I haven't actually done Izanami with anyone else much below 630. Personally. I think the lowest might have been like 628, 629, like somewhere close to 630.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's like the boss phase has just been easy. Definitely not as annoying as the freaking servitor. That's for sure.
That servitor. Oh, God.
Yeah, he can be annoying. But yeah, I mean, it's just, it seems like the easiest boss. And Sleeper is kind of like the go-to weapon for it for sure. Because again, its shield can be rotated to behind it. Mm-hmm. So when Sleeper like over penetrates, it can actually ricochet back onto it, doing more damage. Because its shield is right behind it. Sleeper's like the way to go on that boss. Pretty much. Because
it's a double bang, I get it.
Yeah. So yeah, it's super interesting. Like I said, I do love the mechanics behind it though. The fact that you're actually in control of where the shield goes is interesting. It's just, like I said, by the time it came out, and I've finally like crawled up to enough power to easily do most of these forges now. Mm-hmm. And it's just, I don't know. Like I said, I'm actually in the hindsight of everything. Like, it's just, these forges aren't hard.
Not now.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, they were hard when you were under level, and they were a struggle when you were under level. But like I said, now that I'm not, like, I know there's still people out there that are still struggling to hit 600 because of like playtime and stuff. But this is basically like the message that it's not harsh. Basically, it's, I mean, it gets way easier. Mm-hmm. Once you get up there.
Yeah, that servitor is a pain in the dick, though.
It is. It can be awful.
I realized this week that I've been fully not doing any of my milestones. I've just been throwing my body at the forge going, okay, and then like the Izanami one, I'm like, okay, I gotta do this. Okay, all right, let's go. All right,
I've been, like I said, the past 2 weeks I've been keeping up with my milestones. It's just now is the goal to get my Titan and Warlock up to around 630 before they even start unlocking forges. I want them to be at the power where I'm not struggling with them, because I really don't want to go back to that struggle, because it can be a struggle doing them under power. But actually they're both pretty much there once I swap out like the weapons I use. because they can both max out. My Warlock can max out at 633, and my Titan can max out at 635. So they're definitely there. It's just like I'm now going to have to unlock those forges on those characters. But now I'm basically focusing on like doing Dreaming City, because that's the largest of the power bumps on milestones, at least for base. And then that's really about it. I do Dreaming, like I did all the Dreaming City stuff on both my Warlock and Titan this week, and like I said, it bumped them to close enough to be able to hit their 630s. So now I'm going to start doing forges on them and collecting even more crap.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah. My original goal was to get my Titan up to max and then just do the weapon switch and then just grind the armor, and then now I'm sitting here like, I think the max my Titan can get to right now is mid 630s, 635 ish, and I'm like, all right, I really want to play Blade Barrage.
It's a temptation.
Yeah, like I have Charged Galanor. I really just want to run around and fuck shit up in the forge with Blade Barrage and see what happens.
Oh yeah.
And so my question is this: if I can't get the Izanami Forge unlocked this week, can I unlock it next week?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. It's
not going to screw with anything. Exactly. You can't get powerful frames this week because they're connected to Izanami. And also, for a warning for those people that do carry over powerful frames from Ada, apparently Bungie confirmed if you actually don't complete a powerful frame before reset,
they don't.
No, they're not gone. If you have a powerful frame before reset, what that does is the powerful frame in your inventory replaces one of the powerful frames that you would get. So you're actually losing a powerful frame for the next week.
Oh.
So let's say if you held on to one of the powerful frames from last week and you then unlock Izanami, you're missing out on either the bow or the pulse rifle because one of those are going to get replaced by the powerful frame in your inventory. So there is that. So for a warning out there, don't grab powerful frames unless you're definitely going to be capable of completing them.
And
I've been having this...
Out of a pulse rifle.
Yeah, I mean... And I don't know, but I've been getting this weird thing to where whenever I unlock a forge, I don't know if like something's glitched or what, but like I unlock a forge and do the powerful frame that they give you, after you unlock a forge or, to complete a forge the first time. And that for some reason gives me Ada's powerful reward. Even though you're supposed to complete 2 frames for Ada to get that powerful reward, every single week I've gotten that from a forge completion or from my first forge completion.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and I don't understand it.
I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right, buddy?
I mean, that's what I'm saying, because I've gotten... Oh my god, the Firesmith stuff for Hunters looks so good. Oh my god, I love it.
That's the Forge stuff?
Yeah. That's the Forge armor. Because so far, I've also, like, every time I've gotten it, I've got nothing but armor. So I have the helmet, the chest, and the cloak. I'm not too psyched about the cloak, but oh my god, the helmet and chest piece. I love it. It's almost like tactical armor.
Okay.
Oh gosh, it looks so good. And it's survivalist gear, so it's like, duh.
Why not? It's not mobile, please.
Yeah, no, it's like, thank God. Because now my Titan is kind of stuck in that point.
Mm-hmm.
Because some of my strongest Titan armor is like the Reverie Dawn stuff. Yeah, that's mobility gear for a Titan.
Yeah.
So yeah, my Titan is looking at a 5 mobility.
Ugh.
So it's like, ew.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, it's
I don't need to jump around as a Titan.
Yeah, I'm fast as a Titan, but so yeah, it's also looks super cool because doing the Ascendant challenge and like getting the because this week is the sword, the knights that you have to kill with the sword.
Okay.
So you get that third person perspective, and oh my god, Reverie Dawn stuff while you're Ascendant looks so good because you get that taken effect on them. So I love that. Like every time you use a Queen's Foil, Like the Reverie Dawn gets that Taken look to it.
I didn't know that.
Yes, it is super awesome. So yeah, if you have like a set of that, throw it on and like use a Queen's foil. It's amazing.
Then just look at it.
Yeah, just look at it. I mean, you don't even have to go do anything. Just look at it.
Like, man, I am glorious right now.
I really like that because I remember it's almost kind of like a throwback to that to the D1 Taken armor.
Mm.
I forget when they added that, but it looked so good.
Taken King.
It was after Taken King. I think it was
Rise.
It was for like an event, but I can't remember like what event, like festival or something. I think it was Eververse armor.
Yeah. Meanwhile, someone right now is screaming in their head when it was.
Yes. Instead, add me on Twitter and tell me.
Yeah.
That way I can know, because I'm sorry, we're in the past. You're in the future. Hello. So let me know in the present by adding me on Twitter. And if you're not confused, congratulations. Yeah, like I said, I think that's Destiny.
Yeah.
And oh my god, like, warning for those that don't enjoy it, Paladins is getting a huge update, man.
Yeah, I read the notes.
Yeah, well, there's actually I'll post these. There are now official high-res notes. Not high-res, Evil Mojo. My bad. Still the high-res site, and yes, it's still technically high-res, but it's now developed by Evil Mojo. So, which will still have our high-res channel for all high-res games, but they're just developed differently. But yeah, the official notes are out, and there's a lot of sad things, man. Because they're going back to 3 talents instead of 4 or more.
Really?
Yeah, they're going back to 3 talents. So they're actually just some talents they're just straight out removing. Some talents they're actually like they're bringing, well, like read in the patch notes, they're actually bringing certain talents into the base kit of some characters. Like Tyra, they're getting rid of her talent that gives her lifesteal. Because she has a card that's like, oh, gain 30% lifesteal. Well, they're taking that out, but they're giving 15% lifesteal to her base weapon. So she's always going to have that now. Like, regardless of what talent you pick. And I like that. And the same thing for Ceres. Where the Void Abides was just a really good, like, support tool. But now they're adding that to her base kit and getting rid of that talent. So she's going to be super strong as a healer, man. Oh my god. Getting rid of some, like, Rex's Overdrive. That gives him more damage. Like,
yeah, when the more damage he gets.
Yep, that's gone.
Son of
Which,
bitch.
To be fair, like, usually the talents that are removed from front lines are the ones that give them extra damage. Like Fernando and his Dragonfire Lance. Mm-hmm. That's the one that's going, is his Dragonfire Lance. So, like I said, it's kind of fair, except for Khan. Khan's keeping his Storm of Bullets. So, that's curious. But they are taking away his firing line, which is the one where his shout can give everyone like a 20% weapon buff. Which is fair.
Yeah, that is really strong.
Yeah. So yeah, they're retooling a couple characters to, like Koga. Oh, his dumb talent's going now. His Master of Arms, where it used to be like if you make a weapon hit, like you consume no ammo.
Yeah.
And then they reduced it to a 50% chance. Well, now it's just gone. So that's fair. It was dumb. And they're reworking his they're reworking him a bit to help his Hellkite Claws be more of a better option. So they're kind of sort of nerfing his SMGs while buffing his Hellkite Claws. Or, yeah, his ranged options. So he's going to be a little weird. At least to get used to, again, because I was Master of Arms all day. Because why not? Might be Adrenaline Junkie now. So that might be the better way to go. And I tried out, what's her name? The new one.
The Dragon. The Crossfire.
The PTS is already up. Even though 2.01 is coming sometime in January, the PTS is already up. Because they're like adding a bunch of things, like they're trying to polish out Paladins to be the best it could be. Basically, actually, yeah, they want at the end of 2019, they want Paladins in a better state than it's ever been before. So they're like doing a whole lot of polishing. Siege maps, they're adding an in-game call-out system.
Okay.
So every siege map will have a call-out that you can see that's above your champion's portrait, kind of like it works in Destiny.
Yeah, but I say so pretty much what we're used to.
Yeah. The nifty thing is the fact that they divided all the callouts up themselves, but the developers actually posted these base callout maps to their Twitter and asked for community feedback on what the callout should be. So it's actually super interesting that a lot of these callouts are basically going to be community created callouts.
Yeah, what we already say basically.
Yeah, so that's super interesting. But anywho, as I was talking about, what's her name? Imani. She's very interesting. Let me tell you what. She's actually like a true stance switch too, because she uses fire nice. Her ice seems to be like her sustained damage, like primary fire. It works kind of like most weapons work. Her fire stance, like she charges this fireball that can do up to 1,000 damage, but takes 1.6 seconds to fully charge. So it's more burst damage. But she has a passive ability where she gains mana. And if she's full on mana, then her primary weapons can fire instantly.
Oh.
So for fire, you get 1,000 damage instantly. Her alternate fires also change depending on what element she's in. So Frost has this big area of effect bomb that goes off that can actually slow people. Or actually, it says roots. And then fire is this like, it's called the Inferno Cannon, and it looks like the Final Flash. Let's say that.
Cool.
Yeah, and it's pretty hefty damage too. I love her movement ability because she basically goes all Iceman / Silver Surfer and glides on a chunk of ice that she propels from fire from her hand. It's great. It looks awesome. Her other ability is her Elemental Shift, which actually has a cooldown to it. Because her 2 alternate fires have independent cooldowns. So you can hit people with Frost Bomb, root them, switch to your fire, and Inferno Cannon them. Because like I said, her Frost Bomb and Inferno Cannon have 2 independent cooldowns, which is the first time they've done that. And then there's her ultimate, where she summons a dragon that you control. So yes, your control switches to this dragon that can go anywhere for a pretty long freaking time, do a crap ton of damage, but your character does stay in place. So you're very vulnerable. You don't just disappear, you actually stay on the map as you are.
So someone can take you out and end it.
Exactly. Yeah, it's kind of like a, what you call it from COD, an airstrike or whatever. Where you have to kind of find a place. Actually, very much what it reminds me of, kind of like the airstrikes where you can just man a cannon and just annihilate people, but you're still actually there on the map and can be murked out.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's super interesting, and I love the new battle pass, the new year, because it's all mech designs and they're totally going into the Gundam feel of it. Because you have the battle suit Eagle Eye for Kinessa. She's the rising star. She's the rising star of hope for the colonies. The bird that soars as the skies and swallows her enemies whole. Nothing escapes. Battlesuit Eagle Eye. So Gundam.
Oh yeah, that's definitely.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's great. So yeah, this is probably going to be a battle pass. New season pass is going to be coming out. I don't think it's going to do what it did before and include all battle pass access though. But it does come with cool Victor skin amount. And it seems to work with new heroes that are going to be released in 2019. because if you get the season pass, you're going to unlock all the voice packs for all the new champions. For each champion, you'll unlock an uncommon or one of their recolor skins. You'll unlock all their talents instantly, and you'll actually have access to a season pass limited rare recolor.
Okay.
So, yeah.
They're really going all out, huh?
Well, if it doesn't, I actually might dodge it if it actually doesn't include Battle Pass access. It's like all of this year's Battle Passes. Because that was just, I don't know if all that's really going to be worth it for like $40.
Yeah, that's a hefty ask.
I mean, it does give you 1,500 crystals, which they mention allows you to buy into the next Battle Pass. But again, I don't know. I don't know because I definitely want to get into the first Battle Pass because again, mechs. That's my weakness. I have almost all the mech skins.
Did they do a YouTube review yet of it, like the preview that they normally do?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'll have to look it up so I can see the skins and whatnot.
Yeah, I don't know if it's on YouTube because they are switching over to like doing a lot of stuff on Mixer.
No.
Which I mean, it should be up on YouTube by now, but I'm just saying like what used to be on Twitch, they're moving over to Mixer.
Got it.
Because they're actually in 2.01, they're actually opening what they call like their Mixer store. So by watching Paladins on Mixer, you'll slowly accumulate like these Mixer points where you can unlock skins by watching things on Mixer for Paladins.
Okay, so like how some games do with like how Warframes does with
Twitch Prime.
Their Twitch Prime, yeah. Okay.
Exactly. It's just like I said, they. Oh yeah, and they're working on crossplay and cross progress.
Nice.
Which, to be fair, crossplay is everything but PlayStation right now. Mm-hmm. Which makes sense because PlayStation.
I did see that actually.
Yeah. And cross progress is only between Xbox and PC right now, or will be at 2.01. But they are fully prepared because they actually took down their servers and like to lay down the work for crossplay and cross progress. They actually took down Paladins for like a full 24 hours to do that. Mm-hmm. But so yeah, they are fully prepared that whenever PlayStation's like, okay, we can cross save, they're fully prepared to integrate that like almost immediately.
Yeah, damn near instantaneous, right?
Yeah. So there is that, but they are, like I said, the foundation and the legwork is already done. And also, speaking of cross progress and crossplay, the other game that a lot of people hate, Fortnite. Epic Games is doing an amazing thing. Because of the cross-play progress of Fortnite, I mean, considering PlayStation even had a beta for it, the tools that they developed for crossplay between all platforms, which ended up being like some 200 million accounts or whatever, and all this, that, and the other, so they have a lot of data to back it up. All of these tools that they developed during these crossplay times, Epic Games is releasing to other developers for free.
That's cool.
So say what you will about Fortnite, but they are at least making sure that it's trickling down, basically. Any benefits from this crossplay phenomenon that, yes, sadly started with Fortnite, but Epic's like, you know what? If anyone wants to do it, here's these tools that you can just integrate from all these platforms. Because Fortnite is freaking everywhere. When I say everywhere, I mean everywhere.
Everywhere.
PC, PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, mobile, and everything can crossplay. So
Game Boy Advance?
Probably. So everything that they have, information-wise, is going to be available to any developer for free. Which, like I said, I thought that was super amazing.
They're also getting sued, right?
Possibly.
I did see like Alonso Rivera.
That's probably not going to go there.
No, it's going to definitely get settled out of court.
No, I'm just saying, like, it's probably going to be a no contest.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Because again, he doesn't actually own any of that property. That would actually be dependent upon. He doesn't own that character or their likenesses.
Yeah, it'd be a studio, right?
Exactly. And that's like the Floss Kit. Floss Kit has a chance. But even then, it's like, what? So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how that gets done, but I don't anticipate that's going to go anywhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought dances were public domain. Public domain, yeah, like happy birthday, you know?
All right. And why are these people, like, I'm not even sure, like, this is, it's probably just a publicity stunt, because these dances are used in a lot more places than just Fortnite.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yes, Destiny did the Carlton as well. And Destiny actually also does the floss. But the floss dance is actually also used in many K-pop routines. So, I don't get it. How can this lawsuit even be a thing? Like, how are you actually going to be able to... It almost reminds me of when Paris Hilton tried to copyright the term "that's hot." So, I don't get it. I don't foresee anything happening, because that's essentially seems like what they're trying to copyright this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, people. But like I said, we'll see how that goes. Even then, good Lord, they make enough money to throw money at them to make the problem go away. Which is probably like the source of thing, to be honest. Fortnite makes a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
For a free game, Fortnite makes a lot of money. No judgments. Just happens. So yeah, that's Destiny and Paladins news.
Yeah. I'm gonna die. So we're gonna cut this one short, guys.
Yes,
Before we go, it's 3 days before Christmas. I'm going to say to everyone who's ever listened to this show or continues to listen, thank you.
Thank you.
Have a happy holiday. Merry Christmas. I think we'll have an episode before New Year's, so we won't say Happy New Year. Des, Merry Christmas, my friend.
Indeed.
It's been a strange voyage, and I look forward to it going into 2019. Double G, you're not here, but to you, sir, Merry Christmas. And Pete thanks you for the box of stuff you sent him. He sent him a box of stuff, and Pete fucked most of it up already.
Well, we'll definitely have a more detailed story on that when Gigi gets back.
Yeah.
Whenever that may be. Hopefully next week, but again, it's holidays, so we'll understand if that's not so possible. As always, I am Raven. You can find me at Twitter, on Twitter at DES_Raven, where again, at me for a conversation and as follows. Buster.
You can find me, Buster Knuckle, at BusterKnuckle13. You can find this podcast, the RNGCast, at the RNGCast on Twitter. You can email us, the RNGcast@gmail.com. We have a Patreon, patreon.com/the RNGCast. If I feel better today, maybe Des and I can get together and watch a movie. Or not, I don't know. That Gorilla Golf is at Gorilla Golf something on Twitter. I think it's like 86, 78, 82.
86?
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's 86.
A number.
It's a number.
That being said, this is episode 134? 135 of the RNG cast. There were refreshments. We're out.
We're out. Later, man.
See you all next week. Des, you need to put that image I sent you as the thumbnail for this episode, if you could do that. There were refreshments. There were refreshments. Oh, I feel like hell right over.
Oh, no doubt.
Oh my god, dude. I feel like hell right over.